Welcome to the Grayfield Artist. I am so glad you're here. I absolutely love doing this podcast and building a community. What an honor. This has been so fun. And also, we have our ebook and paperback book available on Amazon if you'd like to purchase that. You also can buy it from me directly at stephaniepagestudio.com, and I will hand sign a book for you. They both cost the same. Thank you for showing up today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Welcome back to the Grateful Artist. Today we are looking for attention seekers. Attention seekers. Yes, maybe artists are attention seekers, but we are looking for seekers. Seekers of what? The truth, the meaning of life, our purpose. I think that is a really beautiful thing, and I find this path that I'm on, I am completely attracted to people that are seekers. And you recognize each other. It's something really interesting to see someone in process and trying to better themselves, bring themselves up to a different consciousness, a higher level. And it's not a higher level, you're on a low level, nothing like that. It's just we're bettering ourselves and we're willing to learn, but we also don't take things at face value. We investigate. We are investigators and we really look into why things are the way they are and really what is the real truth. So when we seek the truth of our higher self or our world around us, we become great investigators. When we're artists, we seek all kinds of things. We seek, just even basic things. When we do not settle for the familiar stuff or something's basic, we try to level up our art. We seek different ways to create, different ways to communicate, different ways to show our work. So when we express ourselves in a unique way, we are seeking this part of us that is in us, and we're trying to bring this out. And curiosity is the driver. It builds growth and innovation in our work. And it does help us stand out, but it also helps us evolve creatively. If we stay still and we do the same thing every day and we don't seek something different, then, nothing's going to happen. And life goes on. That's fine. But there's something to connecting to your creative community, uh, meeting other seekers or mentors, people that you are inspired by, anything like that. You're reaching out and you're connecting with these people and they're shining their light and you're grateful that they're doing that. And you also become a light as well. Because when you're a seeker, you're on this path and people recognize it and they get inspired and a lot of times they jump on their path. Sometimes that's all it takes. But collaborating and sharing energy pushes artists to a higher level and we understand each other and we understand our interconnectedness that fuels our passion and our purpose together. So that is quite a journey. And I've been on it for quite a while, and I'm finding it more appealing to reach out to those people that are also on those paths. That to me is, boy, I have one conversation with someone that is on that path. I feel exhilarated for like a week or even longer. Or it even affects my path or what I'm doing. I mean, I'm allowing myself to be affected by people. And that is a beautiful thing. So when we align our art with our life's purpose, our personal purpose, artists who seek a deeper meaning, they don't just create to fill a space on a wall. They create with intention and a sense of purpose. And that's how I feel about my work and about my writing. Everything has a purpose. And I'm a vessel and I'm literally just doing what I need to do. And I'm moved by everything. Um, and I think that when we truly resonate with our soul and we seek ways to reflect with our art, this authenticity makes my work more meaningful to me, both with myself and anyone who experiences it. That's incredible, and I really do love doing that, and I love being on this path. So I wanted to talk about this today because I keep on saying and recognizing these people, wow, you're a seeker. And I'm recognizing you. I see you. I see you on your path. I see you, traveling far to find meaning in life. I see you affecting people around you. I see you making a difference in this world. I see your light. And I admire that. I love seeing that. And, in my life, I have never really been someone that could believe something because someone told me. I have to investigate. If you tell me about somebody, I'm not going to believe you. I have to find out for myself. And, I I may have learned the hard way when I was younger, but I have to do my own investigation. I have to have my own mind on this, and I have to have my own beliefs. And I'm not really someone that can follow any certain way. And if you read my book, you understand that there's so many different paths and so many inspirations from many different religions, many different inspirational books, and you name it. It's not about one way for me. It's not about following anything. I don't want you to follow me. You don't have to follow everything I'm saying. That's the most important and beautiful thing in life. You have a choice. But you also have to be authentically who you are, and you have to really connect with what inspires you and be open to be inspired, because that's a huge part. There's so many people that are not even open ever to be inspired by anyone. And artists, boy, you can see that too. Artists, some people will be stuck in their own ways and they will never allow anyone in. And, it might work for them. It might not. I'm not sure. But for me, I remember feeling that way. I didn't want anyone to touch my art or anyone to touch or affect the way I created. I wanted to be so authentic. I didn't want anyone to have any input in my work. I wanted to be this raw, natural talent that no one tampered with. And you find that in the art world, people really, the natural taught artists, that type of thing, self taught. And really, self taught is actually a beautiful thing. And that's what I feel like self taught also is, to be able to be inspired by others and to learn. Because self taught is that. If you open up widely and you're open up to everything, you're going to see everything and you can see it for what it is. And there are things and books and podcasts I can listen to and read, and I can take one thing I love about it and I could throw away the rest, just like you could with my podcast or my book. There's something in there meant for you, you're going to find it. But if you're open, you may find several things. And to me, I look for those things. I am a seeker, and I love, absolutely love connecting that way in this world. And I think that I always talk about like people that are asleep, people that are awake, and the awakened ones. Well, awakened ones mean I'm open. I'm awake to what's going on. I am awake to you. I see you. And asleep is just automatic pilot. I'm just going to work every day. I'm, tired and I'm just doing whatever I can to just to survive. And asleep means not connected, disconnected. So disconnected, unfortunately, is a lot of people. And it's not their fault. It's just kind of the way life have just turned out for them. And you can feel the struggle within them and you can see them, you can see their truth and you can see how they got there and it's why they stay there. And you could judge all you want, but you don't know completely their path and why. You might try to figure it out and that kind of thing, especially people that are closer to you. You want to kind of figure out what is the answer for that person, but you cannot be a seeker for a person. You can't make that person open their mind. You can't make somebody get inspired. You literally cannot do it. You could try all you want, and I could try all I want. I could inspire, I could try, 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 try. But if people are not open to learning and seeking new things and understanding on a deeper level and rising above the lower frequency of life, then that's just the way it is. You have to accept that's how they are, and that's okay. And maybe they'll change. You don't know, but it has nothing to do with you. And yes, I do believe that our light inspires others, but that's only inspiring others that are open. You cannot inspire someone that's closed. And that is heartbreaking. For me personally, I've had that my whole life. There are people that are so talented and so wonderful and so amazing, but they're stuck in this rut, and it's kind of like it feels like a hamster wheel where they're in the same spot over and over again, and no matter what you do or say, you can't affect them. And that's okay because they're on their own path, they are on their own timing of things. And knowing that there's something about letting go with love and compassion and care, because really there is no judgment against this person that is closed. And when people are raised in a certain way, they have a certain way of believing, and you see their way as wrong. Um, that's also that's also you being closed. You can be closed because you see people as wrong. Of course, like racism and hate, yes, that's wrong. But if you're raised in it and you have this prejudice, you're an adult, you can work through that. You can actually be open to learning and seeking. It becomes your choice. So I think this world is really an interesting time where division is very common, and us versus them and those kind of things. And um, I think the seekers understand that we're all connected, and we also see ourselves in the people that are closed-minded, the people that are suffering, the people that even express hate or frustration. We have been there. We're not perfect. Nobody is, you know. But if we know we all come from the same and that we all are spiritually connected, we're on this earth to experience each other, then our life is a little bit more understandable. And also, it's this path that we're on, and we are seeking why. I mean, if you ask why, that you're a seeker. Why do I do this? Why am I doing that? Why do I feel this way every time I'm around this person? Why do I feel this? Being a seeker is trying to problem solve your life and trying to actually have a deeper understanding so you don't carry anger and hatred and frustration and disappointment and all those negative things that keep us blocked. So that's the most important thing is we need to have our open mind knowing that this is for us. And yes, we hope we can inspire others, but it's not what the path is all about. The path is finding a deeper understanding, clearing our mind, and clearing our hearts with anything negative. And it doesn't mean that negative things don't come in, because that's also part of seeking, is allowing it in and investigating, asking, why am I angry? Why do I hate this person? Why is it so frustrating? And really getting a little deeper than the surface. And when you have this deep understanding, you can develop compassion for these people. You can let them go and wish them well. I don't think I have anyone I hate in my life. I wish them well. I may not agree. I may not connect in that way, but I also see you. I see how you got there. And that is really an important thing for me, is to have the understanding, because compassion to me is my armor, which I've talked about before, is if you can, as you're seeking, have armor, meaning compassion for anyone, anyone, then you have the ability to set yourself free every day. But if you have no ability for compassion for anyone, or that understanding for those people, you're going to be stuck. You're giving away your power to them. And that's a huge thing. That's a big, big thing. Because if you are constantly reacting to people and situations in your life, you are lost. You are not connected to yourself. You're not home. You're not in the center. So no matter what's going on with you, whatever comes your way, look at it as information. What do I need to learn here? Instead of, wow, that's a horrible situation and it's right next to me and there's nothing I can do about it. And why is it in my life? Because I'm so seeking and all this wonderful stuff. It's coming to you for a reason. It means you need more work in this situation, in this way. And you need to find a deeper understanding and set yourself free. I think, like, when I started practicing Buddhism, I understood that even in the worst situation, they had their center, they had their joy that no one could touch. And it took me a few years to develop that, but man, I've tested it. I've been through some difficult things that are heart-wrenching and difficult and so hurtful. But all the while, the center of me never was touched. this peace, inner peace in me was never ever touched. So that's the most beautiful gift that I think I have given myself is the ability to do that. Yesterday we released a T-shirt called "Namaste, Motherfucker." It's the motherfucker part is the funny part, but I write about it in my book because not that I always had road rage, but man, if I were driving down the street and somebody did something wrong, I'd drive up, try to teach them the lesson, of course, because that's my job, right? And then I'd, flip them off. They flip me off, and then we, whatever. And it was horrible. It's like putting yourself in danger everywhere you go. And if you're reacting to people cutting you off or doing the wrong thing constantly, you are wrecked and you literally give away your power to this person that cut you off. And then the rest of the day, your blood pressure's up, your poison is all over your body. You're not even close to home. You're not even in your center at all. You're not affected at all. So when I started practicing, the Buddhist monk had told me, when you're driving, we're going to practice driving meditation. And we're going to say namaste. My light in me recognizes the light in you. That saying is really a beautiful thing if you understand it and you really get it on this level. So when somebody flips me off or cuts me off, where I have to slam on my brakes and all that, I could hand them the power right away. I could wreck my day and I could ruin my entire, you know, space inside me. Or I could say, Namaste, motherfucker. The motherfucker is a joke, but it just made me laugh because I couldn't say namaste. So for about a year, it kept on just saying namaste and then motherfucker always, but it made me laugh. I never gave away my power to those people again. And I drove fine and was fine. And actually, I don't know, everyone drives fine around me now. But there's also this belief in this power that we have and how we see each other. And I am that person that flipped me off. I was that person. I recognize myself in you. I see me. And that really is recognizing my light in you and really understanding that that is enlightenment. If you can instantly recognize someone that is on their worst day, flipping you off, being a jerk, whatever, and you say namaste and you see them and you see yourself in them and you go, okay, I've been there. There's no power exchange. There's no losing yourself. They may lose it and we could ruin their life for the whole day. They could be powerless. They can whatever. But for me, I don't hand my power away anymore. I don't hand away my peace. And I say power, but I say really it's peace because that is power. When you have peace within yourself and you can let people be who they are, um, that's something that obviously is a lot of work. But when you get there and you actually witness you doing that, you see yourself in them. You've had those worst days. You've said worse things. You've done horrible things. We're not all perfect. I think there's something there. And, my wish, of course, is for everyone to feel that way and to see the light in each other, even at their worst days. But it's a mind bender, but it really is simple. So my nephew started making these shirts, and during my opening of my book signing, we had shirts for sale. It just says Namaste in big letters, and little teeny letters says motherfucker. And so that right there is just a play on words. It's something just really funny, and it's really just being honest. And yes, you can call them that. And really, I mean, this morning, some lady had to roll down her window and tell me something. I didn't listen, but I just said namaste. And then I laughed and, of course, said the MF word, um, smiling, But then I was like, wow, I'm free. This person doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what they're doing, you know. Of course, there's severe events and things like that. I'm just talking about your everyday driving, getting along with people, having to exist in the same space. And so, I say it in my mind sometimes, you know, shaking my head and smiling, like, okay, you know, people say horrible things, even to my face sometimes, and I just never take it personal. There's no, they're just expressing who they are. They're mirroring who they are, and it has nothing to do with me. Um, So a lot of that is really like deep understanding of people. You set yourself free. So obviously I go on a tangent, but this podcast basically is to give you some exercises for the week. And as an artist or a creator, and if you are a seeker, or if you want to be a seeker, there's exercises that we can do. And one basic one is the obvious one is to seek out people that inspire you, that are seekers. You may recognize each other. Connect with them this week. Just say, I'd love to have a conversation with you this week if you have a minute. Something like that where you're connecting and you're feeling it's fueling your soul. It's something that's really light and light together. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Also, thank people that have been seekers, that have inspired you, that have changed your path. Write an email thanking somebody that a podcast you follow or a book or anything, an actor that you love that says something really powerful, whatever it is. Just reach out to them, even if they never reach out back. Just put it out there. Thank you for showing up in this way. You have affected me in this way. And by connecting to how you're affected, your whole light will shine a little brighter and will be more connected. And I think that that's a really important thing. So you are seeking out the people that are seekers, then you're thanking the seekers that have inspired you. Okay. And when people are enlightened, they seek the truth and they realize that we are all interconnected. So what I want you to envision this week is imagine a string in your heart. And every time you go down the street or you're around people or you're driving by, the string is attached to every soul that you walk by. Practice this for 1 week. Just imagine it's a visual, and creatives are a visual, so I know you can do it. But I do this all the time when I connect to someone. I feel I kind of imagine like electrical currents going back and forth when we're talking. And even people across the room, I feel my electrical current is connecting with them. When I was speaking at my book signing, I imagined all of my electrical currents connected to every single chest in that room, and they were beaming back to me. It was a beautiful thing. So recognizing this energy that you have and knowing that we're all connected and visualizing that we are interconnected. We all come from the same. So when we do this, something's going to happen. I mean, I don't even want to spoil it for you, but I want you to envision this. Just 1 week, just 7 full days. Your partner, you're interconnected. Even if you're not getting along, you might feel the spark between your chest back and forth, this energy. Feel that. And for me, it is knowing where I'm on this path. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Everything is in perfect timing. I'm supposed to have this conversation with this person. I'm supposed to make eye contact with this person. I'm supposed to connect with the cashier. I'm supposed to. I'm here. I'm showing up in this life. I'm awake and I'm connected to every single one. And even the people that are not so great, that are having their worst day, I'm connected to you. I see you and I see myself. If you can feel that this week, practice that this week, I think that that will be such a beautiful experience for you, honestly, because when we align our actions with our life purpose, we see everything we do is meant to be. And every situation that comes our way, even difficult ones, are meant to come our way. It's not that we're bad or we have bad energy. It's okay. What is this teaching me? There's something here. I'm not going to be mad at it. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to investigate. I always say be optimistically curious to what's next. That's what this week will be. When you start having these poles, this energy connected to everyone that you're walking around, there's something really magical about it. It's just I can't even explain how powerful that is, but obviously it's a visual. It's something that you have to feel and it's a practice. So it's not going to work every time. So just give yourself a break if it's not easy. But and you might find visual differences. Like for me, I feel this electrical, like a lightning bolt back and forth energy. People have like beams, like little beams shooting out of them, all around them. You can imagine whatever your energy is. I say imagine the color. Mine is always like bright white. It's just very shiny, like light lightning. Very very crisp. And but just use your imagination this week and connect with everyone. And you can even connect with people that you're listening to on the book, or a book you're listening to, or a movie, or a person, or whatever. You can online, you could connect in that way and imagine that, because I can imagine my energy going out into the entire universe and it coming all the way back to me. It's endless. So your energy is so powerful and so much more than this body that you're in. So I would definitely do that. And so I would also this week pick up a book, listen to a podcast, uh, take a class, join a group of like minded seekers. So, whatever path you're on, whatever you're doing, whether it be spiritual, religious, whatever it is, seek those, seek someone that has knowledge that you want, that you think might help you, that might actually expand your energy and your light. That is something that I do all the time because it's something I need to do all the time to maintain a healthy mind. And it's definitely worth your time to feed yourself at least once or twice a week something very, very powerful for yourself, even if you're repeating something. Because there are books I've listened to over and over and over again that lift me up and keep me on track. And that's what I need. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I completely forget and I lose my shit. So those are the times I got to pick up those things that kind of set me back into my motions of what I need to do. So align your actions with your life purpose and your path. And if you do this for a week, and if you feel like sharing, reach out to me at art@stephaniepagestudio.com. I would love to hear your experience. And also, I actually love hearing everyone's experience about the book, and it's been so powerful. Also, if you are interested in purchasing the Namaste MF shirt, these are great, and we also do custom orders if you don't have size and all that fun stuff. But definitely reach out on my website, and then my nephew's website is trevordavidart.com/shop, and all his shirts are on there. Very powerful, beautiful art that's changing the world. His shirts are like, "If empathy is a sin, sin boldly." That's one of my favorite shirts he makes with his art. Just check out his work. It's amazing. But this is also a seeker, and he is seeking more light and more purpose, and he's reaching out. He's putting himself out there, which I love, and it's such a beautiful thing. And he made those shirts for me, which I love. And I'm beyond grateful that we connect in that way. And I'm beyond grateful that I connect to anybody. So reach out if you feel like it. And thank you for showing up today in this way. And I look forward to seeing what light shines in your heart. Take care. Thank you for showing up today at The Grateful Artist. We are building a community that we're so proud of. And if you'd like to connect to us and get involved in any way, shape, or form, please reach out to us at art@stephaniepagestudio. And if you do follow us, please leave a review on any of our platforms. That would be great. And just so grateful that you're showing up and I get to do this. It's so fun. Take care. Till next time.